Hello, welcome to Hong Kong. This is the Regent Hotel, the pinnacle of luxury, 5-star in Hong Kong. And it's not just any 5-star hotel, this one's different. I'm Julie Tam, managing broker of LYN REALTY in Houston, and Smarter Real Estate has gone international. Let me show you around our amazing harborfront suite and tell you a bit about Hong Kong real estate because it is so different from Houston. It is so unique and it is so fascinating. So first, let's take a look here. This is our wet bar, kind of a mini kitchen, and you'll be able to see how this entire hotel and our room specifically has a very Zen appeal, a Japanese style in a Chinese city. So they have everything so beautifully appointed, from the snacks to the condiments and the utensils. Because of our suite here, we actually are able to consume unlimited beverages, including alcohol, for free. It's too bad we don't drink alcohol. But there is tea and coffee and soft drinks as well. Here's the mini bar. The waters. But yes, you can see how they have several areas in the room that are just beautiful pieces of art lit from the back. There's actually no hanging wall art. The walls are pretty bare and simple, but the walls are all textured or with wallpaper or different material. So it really is art in and of itself, and it doesn't need art. It's a very minimalist, understated design. And you can see the lighting here. There's not any harsh overhead lighting. Look at this light panel up in the ceiling. Same thing, very soft. And I don't think the video really captures the full extent of the beauty of this room because the naked eye definitely sees things differently. If you hear any whining noises, my kids are over there in the bedroom. The sensor reads my hand and is ready to turn on lights, shades, adjust temperature. All the lights are on dimmers. We have been staying here now for about 24 hours, so you'll see our things laid out neatly, but there are things. This beautiful fresh rose, a flower just sitting there. Actually, it's not a rose. I think it's a carnation. Again, a beautiful lit artistic panel there in the back. Groa plumbing fixtures coming out from the wall with this beautiful dark charcoal stonework, and they have the Perricone MD line of toiletries here. I will say the service here is impeccable. They tend to every detail and it is so personal. And of course, I love the Cantonese that's spoken because that is actually my first language. I was born in Houston, but my parents taught me Cantonese at home to make sure I got the mother tongue, and my parents are from Hong Kong. And so I love this place. It is the most exciting city in the world. And if you haven't visited, you haven't seen a real city yet. Take a look at this water closet. Again, the wallpaper, as you can see, offers the texture and the wonderful look, plus this reeded kind of fluted wall, again, with this artistic image in the back that is lit from behind. Just beautiful. The stone countertops here, unique and modern. This is, some of the latest design. And all of the extras, the accessories, and the fixtures just continuing to coincide with the design of this room. This pattern that we just saw at the water closet continuing here in this shower with tub and shower. This is something that became popular within the last several years, even in the US. It requires a lot more expense because you've got this entire tile flooring with shower pan and all of the extra tile work that you would have around the walls, but it for sure is something to be enjoyed. They've got the product niches here with the Groa fixtures for the plumbing, the rainfall shower head, and then look here. We put the shades down when we're using the shower in the tub, but when we're not, you can see part of the Kowloon Peninsula skyline. Kowloon Peninsula juts off the south coast of China, mainland China. And then the K11 Musea is just right there, which is in a beautiful architectural masterpiece. It's an art mall. There's a children's play area in there. It's like an art museum and a mall and everything. There's just too much to name. And if you look down at the grounds of the Regent, you can see the pond at the bottom there. Looking out, you can see so many people Hong Kong never sleeps. The city is so alive. Just vehicles of all types, double-decker buses, single-decker, trolleys, taxis, there's subways that go underground, there's the cable car, the tram that goes up to Victoria's Peak. It is just everything. The ferry, the boats, and the ships, which we'll see in just a minute. And of course, the beautiful Peninsula Hotel right across the way. High tea there is impeccable. We've been there before several times throughout my life. And you'll see these museums all around here, the science, space, art museums, and everything else. The tallest building is not in view here, but it's the International Commerce Center on West Kowloon. All right, so this tub, let me just talk a little bit more about here. The faucets, your controls coming out of the wall with a little niche here with bath salts. The water comes out of this faucet here. I'll go ahead and lift up this so that we don't get it wet so you can see. But again, just so luxurious and feels so nice. You can turn it up to fill the tub. And there's 2 seats in the tub, which trust me, we enjoyed. Put this back. Oh, I don't want the soap to get wet. All right, let's exit. Makeup counter, and again, more lighting. These are built-in closets. So really nice Asian style doors, leathered panels, and the look continues. And you can see the soft strip lighting that's hidden under there. There's these panels throughout as well. They did a few pieces of our laundry. We get 3 garments for free, so we took advantage of that. Brought it back in this beautiful case, folded, wrapped in tissue. They came in and wrapped all of our cell phone cables. These wooden hangers are the heaviest hangers I've ever picked up in any store or hotel or home. They are serious. Oops. Continuing the Japanese style architecture here, look at the detail and the woodwork. And of course, the view. From our bedroom, we can look out to more beauty. Hong Kong has a lot of trees. It's not just a concrete jungle. And we've got our kids occupied at the moment with Disney's Moana 2 so that they don't interrupt our video. You can see this large flat screen TV. And of course, the wow factor is the view out our windows. That is Victoria Harbour out there with endless boats and ships from, junk boats that you might see going past here in a minute. Look for the red kind of sails. Those are really old fashioned boats, famous and iconic to Hong Kong, that are now used as tour boats. You could take those and take a tour. That's Hong Kong Island across the way there. The tallest building you see there, which is the second tallest building in Hong Kong, is the International Finance Center. There's a lot of famous buildings across the way. This is the most well-known skyline in the world. Hong Kong has more skyscrapers than any city in the world. There's over 500. I think it's like 530 something or whatever it is at last check. Anyway, Victoria Peak up there that we took the Peak tram up to. And look at the detail. This little bonsai tree outside, it's artificial. You can't really appreciate this in the daytime, but there's that little light that illuminates it at night. And last night, today is the first day of the new year, 2026, January 1st. Last night for New Year's Eve, we looked out and it was just magical. The one disappointing thing was there were supposed to be fireworks. Unfortunately, the government canceled them because of the Tai Po multi-high-rise fire that occurred here over a month ago. We paid a really high price for this room to have a front row seat to those fireworks. Didn't happen. Everything was unfortunate all around on that front. But anyway, such is life. And all the people down there on the Dim Sa Jui Promenade, Avenue of the Stars, all along Victoria Harbour there. The daybed here in this room stretches across the entire side, facing the windows, of course. And look up above. That recessed ceiling, just this beautiful inset dome. And then our older son, Shay, just enjoying the king bed, the plush sheets and pillows and comforter. just enjoying himself. And our younger one, Sky, who is one, has just been enjoying being at this windowsill and just living his best life. While they do that, let me sit here at our little dining table, which is full of gifts, I should say, from Regent. They just keep bringing stuff to surprise us, both for adults and kids, edibles, and, well, I think most things are edible. I want to tell you some real estate stats because you got to learn something, right? Smarter Real Estate Weekly on Wednesdays, arming you with practical strategies to be a smarter buyer, seller, tenant, or landlord around the world. Okay, so Hong Kong tops the list of most expensive places to live year after year in the entire world. So if you have money and you want to live an exciting life, you can come here. If you don't have money, you cannot come here or you'll be living in really tight quarters. This room is something like 550 or so square feet, which you've seen. It's not a huge home, right? It's a huge hotel room, but you've just got all the basic rooms in just one of each. One bathroom, one bedroom, one dining area, one little kitchen area, some closet space, and that's it. This is larger than the average home in Hong Kong. And most people in Hong Kong live in high rises. You don't have a ton of single family homes. Those are really reserved for the wealthy. The average square feet in Hong Kong of a home is just over 400 square feet. And it'll cost you over $1 million. That's US dollars. That's over $2,000 per square foot. Now, to give you some context, Greater Houston, which is where I'm from, where I live, and where our real estate company is, has about 7.3 to 7.5 million people. So that's not just the city of Houston, but also the greater, suburbs and exurbs surrounding Houston. Hong Kong has probably a couple 100,000 more people, so at least 7.5 million. But the land area of Greater Houston is 20 times the land area of Hong Kong. So can you imagine? You have 20 times more space, so that way people can spread out. And most people in Houston live in single family homes. You have condos as well and townhomes and such. But a lot of people have big yards, and here they just can't afford it. And there's also limited residential zones in Hong Kong. So that's why most people live in high rises, and when you go around the city, that's what you see. A lot of businesses on the first floor, maybe the second or first few floors, and then it's living spaces above that. And those are the homes that I've been to when I visited family in Hong Kong, which I still have some here. And so that's a living situation. So most people just love to go out because there's not a lot of space to enjoy inside the home. In Houston, of course, a lot of us like to stay home and enjoy our home. But here, it's just so exciting to be outside. You really wouldn't want to just stay cooped up inside. Of course, when you have a suite like this, you'll spend a little bit more time inside. But most people don't have this level of luxury. So I'll show you out back into the foyer. Again, seeing this beautiful paneling. And look, even just this subtle curve into this tiny corner here, this little niche, you have some hidden lighting. So again, the detail is amazing. And this entire strip of lighting on the ceiling just continues the theme. Built-in mirror, everything is just sleek, simple, and so peaceful. And as they call it, this is the respite above the noise of Hong Kong. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will like and subscribe so you don't miss an episode of Smarter Real Estate Weekly on Wednesdays. And I'm wishing you a great week and a happy new year.